and welcome to Riddick's on Marvel with Sarah.
And Sean.
And here we are. This week we're here to talk about Avengers Age of Ultron.
Yes, in the hottest room on Earth.
Yeah, it's pretty warm right now.
Toasty. So this will be efficient.
All right. Well, speaking of efficient, let's get straight into the plot summary.
Okay. As per IMDb, when Tony Stark and Bruce Banner try to jumpstart a dormant peacekeeping program called Ultron, things go horribly wrong, and it's up to Earth's mightiest heroes to stop the villainous Ultron from enacting his terrible plan.
There you go. At its heart, this is a movie about how AI is bad.
Which I can support.
So timely.
Can totally get behind that.
To this. Yeah,
because AI is
Trash.
largely evil.
Yeah. So I think what we'll do with this Avengers movie is same as we did with the first one. We're just going to go high level, 3 acts. A lot of stuff happens.
A lot happens in this. This is a film that kind of makes me feel stupid.
Okay.
Because even looking back over it kind of to, like, I didn't rewatch it for this because I've seen it a million times. But even then, I still just don't really fully get what's going on.
Okay.
You know?
Well, how about we talk through it and you can bring up any questions
I can ask my dumb questions.
And maybe I'll know the answers.
Hell yeah.
And maybe I will have misinterpreted a lot of the plot and you
never
can call
know.
me out on that.
Well, look, let's see.
All right, cool. So, cast for this movie is the returning cast from the first Avengers movie. Ultron is played by James Spader. Mm-hmm. And we also have new additions to the cast in Elizabeth Olsen and Aaron Taylor-Johnson.
Yes.
As Wanda and Pietro Maximoff, respectively.
Fab.
They do have superhero names in the universe. They're Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, but they're never called those names in the movie.
Oh, I never noticed that.
Yeah, and it will take Scarlet Witch until years later, until the WandaVision series, to actually be called that.
Oh, okay.
So there you go.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will we get into the plot?
Yes, take me through it.
Okay, so first act of the movie is all about the creation of Ultron. Mm-hmm. So this comes about when the Avengers are hunting down Hydra bases to capture Loki's scepter, which between the two movies has been stolen, we find out. So the opening scene is them at a Hydra base in Sokovia, where they do in fact defeat all the Hydra people and reclaim the scepter. They do get attacked by the Maximoffs during this.
Yes.
So Quicksilver, or Pietro, is super fast. Wanda is...
She's just a bit super duper.
She's just a bit super duper.
Yeah.
Later on, Maria Hill will say, he's fast and she's weird.
Yeah.
And that's just...
Covers it.
perfect.
Yeah.
So they capture the scepter. They bring it back to New York, to Avengers Tower.
Of course.
And then...
to the center of the universe.
Yeah. And then they have a big party.
Which is a lot of fun.
Big fun.
Yeah.
Any standout bits of that party? I know you like that scene a lot.
I do. I very much like that scene. My favorite bit, and this is something I wrote down later for my favorite parts, is just Rhodey generally at that party doing his War Machine stories, and how when he's talking to the Avengers, they're like, oh, is that the end of the story? Oh, that's very impressive.
Yeah, they're so unimpressed.
Sorry, of course. Because he's got this big whole, blam, you looking for this? And then he says it to normal people, and they're like, oh my God.
Yeah, and he's like,
yeah.
Don Cheadle does this...
little preening moment of, that's right.
Yeah, it's a lovely moment. It's so funny that, to normal people, he's this, larger-than-life figures, and the Avengers are like, oh,
he's
cute,
like the pet.
Cute story. Dude.
Yeah, he's fab. So big fan of that. I'm big fan of, for some reason, Hawkeye just sitting there with drumsticks.
Yeah.
Fucking about, which seems totally in character, though. I'm like, I get this. I don't know why, but I get it.
Yeah, he's just, sitting around playing with his drumsticks.
Yeah.
And after the party, everyone has left, and it's really just the Avengers left sitting around. And there's this scene that might seem a bit silly, but is actually quite important, where Thor is talking about his hammer Mjolnir and how he's the only one who can lift it because he's the only one who's worthy. And everyone kind of gives it a go to see if they can lift it. And there's really funny stuff with Tony and Rhodey with their Iron Man arms trying to lift it. Black Widow
doesn't try. Yeah, she's a sensible lady.
Yeah. Hawkeye tries to lift it, but he thinks there's some sort of trick. He's like, you
magnets.
There's something. Yeah. Steve Rogers, Captain America, goes to lift it and it moves.
Makes a tiny sound.
But he doesn't quite lift it. What do you think happened there?
I think he pretended.
Yeah.
I think he went, oh, well, too heavy for me.
Yeah.
Like a funny uncle.
I think that's what happened too. It has been hinted by the director, Joss Whedon, that that's what happened.
Oh.
That he started to lift it and then to spare Thor's feelings, he stopped.
Yeah, I thought that was very obvious, if I'm honest.
It's implied.
Yeah, okay, cool. Because I'm like, is it a point of discussion where people are like, no, he wasn't worthy yet, so he couldn't quite lift it?
Actually, yes.
Really? Oh, no, I'm like, look, he's just being nice.
Yeah, it's just being a
he's
nice
Captain
dude.
America. He's empathetic.
Yeah.
He's not going to make anyone feel bad about themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, meanwhile, before the party, Tony and Bruce Banner had been talking about how they have been working on this project called Ultron.
Right.
This is something I think you struggle with.
This is where I see, anytime there's excessive science,
Yeah.
I think my brain just puts up some sort of wall around it and goes, look, you don't want to know. But you know the way I was saying in Guardians, they did a really nice little explanation of the Infinity Stones.
Yes.
Benicio del Toro does it as part of, I am the collector.
Yeah.
Look at what I do. Here's the science behind it. Whereas in this, to me, I'm like, it's two dorks talking to each other and just, I don't know, being mental.
Yeah.
And I just go, I don't know what's really happening here.
Okay.
I might understand it from actually reading the Wikipedia page. I think I might finally get it.
Okay.
But I want to hear your explanation of it.
Okay. So basically what's happening is Tony and Banner have been trying to create this AI that they've already named Ultron. And their idea is that they want to create some sort of intelligent defense system.
I see.
As Tony puts it, to put a suit of armor around the world.
Right.
Basically, he wants to get to the point where the Avengers don't even have to exist because we'll have this artificial intelligence system that will just protect the planet.
Okay.
But what they're finding is they don't have the computer power to do it. But in analyzing the scepter, they find that the scepter is like so powerful that it seems like it's almost thinking.
Okay.
Now we know, and the Avengers will find out later in the movie, that in the scepter there is an Infinity Stone called the Mind Stone, and that's why it's able to like almost appear like it's thinking.
Okay.
But they leave the computery stuff working away while they go to the party, and what happens in the background while they're at the party is the Mind Stone combines with the program that they're running or whatever and grants it artificial intelligence. So it makes it intelligent. And Ultron is born.
Well, okay.
So then what happens in like a split second is Ultron, now conscious, searches the entire internet and learns the history of the human race and the history of the planet as we know it, and immediately makes the snap decision that humans are what's wrong with the planet.
I mean, if he downloaded the entirety of the internet, he got all of like Stormfront and 4chan.
Yeah.
So of course that's the conclusion he came to. You people suck.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, absolutely.
can you blame him?
So yeah, he kind of correctly, I would say,
Yeah.
figures that, yeah, like the biggest enemy to planet Earth is humankind.
Accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Ultron decides, well, that means humankind has got to go.
Also kind of fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he hijacks an Iron Man suit and fights the Avengers and then takes off.
Yeah. Okay, so that explanation was way clearer to me than any time I've watched that film.
Yeah, there's a lot of gaps in how they explain it.
Yeah, and I don't, I'm a tactile person.
Yeah.
I learn by doing, and this never worked for me. I was just like, fucking, computers,
That was a lot of
fine.
talking.
Yeah.
That was a lot of talking out of me to explain what should be pretty clear from the movie.
Yeah.
But maybe isn't.
But again, perhaps I am the problem here. Let's be real.
Okay. Well, let's talk about other stuff that happens at the party. Another big reveal at the party is that Black Widow and Hulk have a little flirtation going
Flirting with each other, I know.
on. This is
Love it.
really
Love it.
okay. So
Oh my God, yes. I'm like, they're so cute. Yeah.
interesting. This is a big thing that people were like, "Oh my god, I don't like that."
I, a lady, love a little romance thrown in.
And why not?
Because
They're-
where else is it going to happen?
Yeah, two attractive people on
Yeah.
on the superhero
One
team.
far more attractive than the other, let's be real.
Will yeah.
Banner be punching.
Look,
on.
he's a very smart man
Yes.
and he's very powerful.
He's stands upright.
Maybe that makes up for it. But
Yep.
yes, obviously,
ScarJo, wildly more attractive.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, so you like that story?
Yeah, I love it. I wrote it down again as one of my things that I really enjoyed, their little romance.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
There's more about that throughout the movie.
Okay, perfect.
But yeah, so after the party, the Avengers go track down Ultron. They find him in Africa, where he's teamed up with the Maximovs, and they have a big fight.
And he's still in the Iron Man suit at this point. He's made himself a fancy suit.
He's built himself a
Yes.
fancy suit, yeah. Or a fancy body, I guess.
Yeah.
And him and the Maximovs fight the Avengers. We also get introduced to Ulysses Claw.
Love him. Andy Serkis.
Yeah, and he's so good.
That man can do any accent, any voice, any character, anything.
And he's kind of tanked for this movie.
Yeah.
Like they put him through the...
The Marvel program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he looks great. So what happens in this fight is the Avengers kind of lose because Ultron is very powerful and very strong and all
Yes.
that kind of stuff. And him and Iron Man, go off flying and fighting each other. And then Wanda Maximoff gets in the Avengers'
Yes.
heads.
Does her freak magic.
Yeah, she does some freaky head magic to make them all scared.
How does her little finger
Yeah.
yoke?
Except for Hawkeye.
Oh, yeah, because he's like, no, I've been bopped on the head before. You get away from me.
Yeah, which is a
Nuh-uh.
nice little nod to how
Yeah.
Jeremy Renner didn't like that aspect
Yeah.
of the first movie. So that basically brings us to the end of Act 1.
Is this where Hulk goes banana balls
Yes.
and tears up like the city or whatever?
Yeah, they don't really say where they are. They're just like,
Yeah, they're like,
"Some
it is
city
somewhere in Africa. There's a building and a shipyard
Yeah.
or something. Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fun scene, though. It's a big fight between Hulk and Iron Man, who has this big Iron Man Hulkbuster suit.
Yeah.
And they basically just wail on each other forever.
Gotta say, I don't love that scene.
No.
That's one of my low points.
Tell me why.
I just think it's silly.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, Tony has a really big suit
Yeah.
that he's specially built to beat up Hulk. I'm
Yeah.
like, what are you doing? For me, it just feels, again, real like the way the little flirtation is 100% for the girls.
Yeah.
That this big, stupid anti-Hulk suit is for the boys. And I'm like, ugh, just shut up. For some reason, I'm just like, this is silly.
Yeah.
And yeah, but that is probably my only low point in the film where I'm just like, whatever.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It is from the comics, I will say that. But
Fine.
that doesn't make it any less lame if you think it's lame.
Yeah, I do think it's lame.
Yeah, I think it's fair enough thing to
that's
think it's
okay.
lame. I do like that Bruce Banner's love interest in the movies and in the comics is named Betty. So they named the Hulkbuster suit Veronica, which is a Riverdale thing.
Yes.
That's fun.
Very good, Archie Comics.
Yeah. So yeah.
I'm just saying that to prove I know something.
Well,
That I listen to the stories you tell me.
fantastic. So after that, Hulk has obviously torn up a city.
Yeah.
So, and the Avengers like haven't done great in their fights. So public perception of them is kind of starting to turn. It's a bit like, hey, maybe the Hulk isn't great for humanity or whatever.
Hey, maybe Iron Man shouldn't just come in shooting things all the time and knocking shit over.
Yeah, and Ultron, who has initiated this whole thing, was created by those two guys.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, public opinion starts to turn on the Avengers, and they think, you know what, let's get out of Dodge for
Let's
a
just
bit.
skedaddle.
So they do. They go to a safe house, which
wink, wink.
is Clint Barton's family home.
Yes.
Living on a farm in Middle America.
Yeah, miscellaneous again, town or
Yeah, they don't.
field.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't really say where
Yeah,
in Middle America, but it seems Middle America-ish.
sure. It's in the countryside regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's all I'm basing that on.
Yeah.
I've no
Well, it
idea
must
what
be in the middle
America
then.
is.
Yeah. Because I was like, I don't think you know what that means.
Yeah. It could, that could be Florida.
Could be
for all I
fucking
know.
upstate New York.
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
Whatever.
Well, either way. So they fly out there. We meet Linda Cardellini, who is Laura Barton, who is Clint's wife.
Yes.
And he has 2 kids at that point.
Yes,
And a
and she's
third. She's pregnant
with
with
the
the third. Yeah. So that's gas. And it's like, how can you keep this whole family shtick when you're an Avenger?
But he's a spy.
Yeah.
And clearly Black Widow already knows them because they're like, oh, it's Auntie Nat, which is a nice little touch. That,
Yeah.
Like they're friends and they know. And there's this kind of whole bit where they're just kind of chilling out on the farm. There's some more flirtation between Natasha and Banner.
We meet Nick Fury again.
Yes.
He rocks up for some reason.
Just shows up. Yeah.
he really
randomly.
does just show up. Like, and again, do you know what? I think some of this film and some of why this film doesn't stick with me is that it feels bitty.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy it overall.
Yeah.
But when I was thinking about it, I was like, ooh, what kind of, that happens there. Okay, fine. And now we go over here. Okay. And now Nick Fury's there for some reason. All right, grand. And now there's a whole bit about Hawkeye. Okay, fine. And now we go to Korea,
Yeah.
South Korea. And now like, it's just so, it's all over the shop.
It is.
For me.
It is sprawling, I'll
Yeah.
say that, yeah. Like, so much happens,
Yeah.
and it all gets squeezed in.
Yeah.
What did you think of the whole Barton farm stuff?
See, I'm a huge fan of Linda Cardellini, so I really enjoy that. And I really like the little, oh, look at him having a little home life. Isn't
Yeah.
that cute? And also, it means we get to see another high point of the film, Chris Evans ripping apart a large piece of wood with his bare hands, which, just excellent.
Yeah,
excellent
fantastic.
filmmaking.
Yeah, so it's the
He's
scene
in the
where,
Under Armour t-shirt. It's real tight. It's just muscles everywhere.
Yeah.
Stunning.
So they're like chopping wood, but he just picks up one bit and he just rips it apart.
Crump.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Excellent Captain America
Gorgeous
moment.
stuff. Yeah.
I'm with you on Linda Cardellini. I think she can do absolutely no wrong.
Yeah.
I really like the Barton farm stuff. I think it's great.
yeah.
I think it's a deadly little, in the middle of the movie, take a little break, calm down,
Yeah.
figure out what we're going to do next. I think it all really works.
Also taking them out of their usual war zone sort of
Yeah.
situation, city life or whatever it is.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be all explosions all the time. Just to be a bit of a nerd, some of the best Avengers comics that I really like are from like the early 90s, written by Kurt Busiek. And what he does really well is he balances yes, they do these big fights and explosions and all, but over here, there's kind of just some like melodrama going on. Like sometimes it's a bit of a soap opera.
Yeah.
And like some of his Avengers books are about like the love triangles that form and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a really cool, like, yeah, he's got his own life and Linda Cardellini's there, so it's a great life.
Yeah.
So Thor bails then,
Yes.
kind of unexplainedly.
Yes.
Is that?
Unexplainedly, I think is what the
Unexplainedly.
word is. Yes.
And unexpectedly as well.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, this is all bullshit. I'm
Yeah.
going. And he just
I'm out, bitches.
Yeah.
Fuck you, humans.
flies off.
Yeah, then what happens?
When did they go to Seoul?
When do they go to Seoul? When we go to Seoul is when we hear something about the doctor, whose name I don't remember.
Helen Cho.
Dr. Cho. Like, oh, she went back to Korea a few days ago and we haven't heard from her since. We're a bit concerned. It's something like that that triggers them to go there.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So they go to Seoul because they realize what Ultron wants.
Yes.
And what he wants is to basically become human.
Yeah.
If he can. So she's got this device.
Regeneration cradle, is that what it's called?
Exactly.
And it
Something like
fixed
that,
up
yeah.
Clint earlier in the film.
When he
It
got
like
shot, yeah.
redid his flesh magically.
Yeah.
Not magically, with science.
With-
My apologies.
With very futuristic-y science.
Yes.
But they're like, oh my God, has anyone heard from Helen Cho?
Yes.
That must be where he's gone. And they're correct. And he's gone to Seoul because he wants to force her to build him a body.
Yes.
He uses Loki's scepter to mind control her like people were in the first Avengers movie, and she starts building him the body. And then there's all these great big fight scenes where they're like driving down a highway and Ultron's trying to get away from him, and
Yeah.
all this like
A train
fantastic-
derails.
Yeah.
It's all very exciting. It's also the first point where we see Wanda and Pietro Maximoff come on side. Now, something we haven't discussed is that the reason they are so salty
Oh yeah.
and on Ultron's side is because they were from Sokovia.
Yep.
And way back when there was some sort of war going on, again, I don't think it's particularly well explained.
Not really.
But either way, their parents were killed
Yes.
by a Stark Industries explosive.
Yes.
And they barely made it out because a Stark Industries device, whatever,
Rocket or whatever.
tornado.
Tornado.
Torpedo? That's not the
rocket.
right word either. Yeah, okay, fine. A rocket ended up in their living room, but it didn't explode, and that's the only way they got away with it.
Yeah.
So that's why they are aligned with Ultron, because they're just anti-Tony Stark
Yeah.
in all possible ways.
Yes. So when the Avengers get to Seoul, the Maximovs are there with Ultron. And when his consciousness starts to be transmitted into this synthetic body that's
Yes.
being created for him, Wanda can then start to read his mind.
Yes.
And then she sees his real plan is to destroy the world.
Yeah, because was she kind of like, oh, he's just going to kick Tony Stark's ass, fine.
Yeah, I
But
think
now she's like, oh, balls, he's actually going to wipe out the human race.
yeah,
Whoops.
I think he had presented his plan as, I'm going to destroy the Avengers because fuck them. But
Okay.
then she sees he's actually going to destroy the world. So the Maximovs are like, oh no, fuck this. So they kind of join forces with the Avengers and help them succeed in Seoul.
It's a little transitional moment where they come over towards the right side reluctantly.
Yeah. So on the Maximovs, we've got Aaron Taylor Johnson, who is fine.
Yeah. We should discuss that later.
Okay, we'll get into him later.
Yeah.
But Elizabeth Olsen,
Oh,
the absolute best.
I adore her. I adore everything about her.
Yeah.
She is, firstly, so superior to her sisters who were infinitely more famous when they were younger,
Yes.
obviously. Mary-Kate and Ashley, two of a kind, unbelievable TV show.
Great show.
Yeah, I never saw the last episode, and I wish I had. And I must check if it's on YouTube somewhere,
Okay.
because I'm pretty sure the dad and the babysitter get together, which is
Oh.
probably slightly ropey, but I want to find out. All that being said, Elizabeth Olsen is absolutely magnificent. Everything she does with the character, the whole wardrobe she's in, everything she does, the accent, the little hand movements that she kind of came up with for her character,
Yeah.
just perfect.
She's so good.
I adore her.
Yeah. I also really like the stuff she does outside the MCU. I think a couple of episodes back we may have mentioned Wind River.
Yes, herself and Hawkeye.
Yeah. And it's an absolutely great movie.
That's a fab film.
She's phenomenal in
Yeah.
it. They're both great in it.
Yeah.
So they win in Seoul and they steal the cradle
Yes.
and bring it back to New York, the center of the universe.
Yes.
Where Tony is like, okay, so we've got the cradle, we've got the like half the synthetic body made. Instead of putting Ultron in there, what if we were to put Jarvis in there?
Yes, because a whole thing that we skipped over at the start of this is that when Ultron becomes sentient, he explodes Jarvis.
Yes.
So we are without Jarvis this whole time.
Oh, and actually, speaking of that, Tony needs a new AI.
Yes.
And who does he get?
Only Friday.
Only Friday.
Who's from Bleeding Tipperary or something?
Yeah, the actress Kerry Condon.
Yeah.
And she is fantastic. So, I mean, she's been working, but I think this definitely elevated her to be the voice of Tony's new AI. But I do remember she was in a few episodes of The Walking Dead, probably around that time, actually.
Yeah.
But I checked her IMDb earlier, and she's proper working. Fair play to her.
And I was correct. She was from Tipperary. I
Very
didn't make
good.
it up. Something I really like about her performance all the way through all the films that she's in is that she very much makes the language actually Irish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a scene where she's like, your man's getting away.
Yeah. Targeting systems knackered.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Absolutely
Yeah.
deadly.
Like she really obviously had a little bit of input into whatever way her character spoke
Yeah.
that made it actually local.
Yeah.
Which is, again, really takes away from the way normally Irish characters are portrayed in
Yeah.
film. Shillelagh, Bagara,
Yeah.
Go Away with the Fairies. She actually speaks in a really natural way, which is just so appreciated by me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great. And yeah, fair play to her.
Yeah.
So yes, we've discovered now that Jarvis actually survived, and Tony's like, we got to put Jarvis into into this body, and everyone's like, you're fucking crazy, and they start fighting each other, and then Thor reappears and just does it. He activates the thing, he shoots his lightning at the thing, and it all works, and away you go.
Yeah.
And
Magic.
then- yeah.
Blammo.
So Thor does his thing, and the cradle bursts open, and the figure of a man jumps out, and this is who we will know as Vision. So they've put Jarvis into this body, and Vision has emerged, and he's named Vision because Thor has had a vision of this being, and he's like, "Oh, that guy's like my vision." And then they're like, "Well, why is Thor's vision talking?" And then they're just like, "Yeah, Vision." And that's just how he gets his name.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
Perfect. Whatever.
So they have this whole like, well, is Vision evil? Is this guy gonna try kill us or whatever? And then the Vision is like, look, I'm not Ultron. I don't want to kill anyone, but I think we do need to stop Ultron. So let's go. And as he says, let's go, he goes to hand Thor his hammer. And everyone's like, oh, well, he can lift the hammer. Then he must be good.
Yes. And I really like that as just a visual thing of, okay, yeah, we're cool with this guy.
Yeah.
He can pick up the hammer. Fine, he's worthy. No questions here.
Yeah, it's
Let's
great.
go.
So that scene earlier on at the party becomes really pivotal to the
Yes.
movie. It seemed like just a bit of crack, but then, yeah, it's totally pivotal.
Show, don't tell.
There you go.
Heck yeah.
So that brings us to kind of Act 3 of the movie, and most of Act 3 is basically the Battle of Sokovia. So they've learned that Ultron has gone to Sokovia, and his new plan is to levitate the city miles and miles into the air and then drop it so that it hits the Earth and basically is an Armageddon event.
Yeah, an extinction level event,
Yeah.
as they call it in Deep Impact.
Oh, Deep Impact? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Because they're talking about an Ellie the whole time. And they're like, what's an Ellie? Oh, it's an extinction level event. Ooh.
Oh, very good.
Don't worry, we'll do Deep Impact at some point because I love it so much.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so that's why, okay, because I had forgotten why he does this whole thing where he's like, the city is going to fly. It's like, this seems odd.
Yeah, why?
Yeah,
What?
it's like, what's the goal here? I'd forgotten he wants to basically create a meteor
Yeah.
to wipe us out like the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Pretty harsh.
Pretty harsh.
Pretty harsh.
So the Maximovs have now just joined up with the Avengers.
Yeah.
They're like, well, Sokovia's our home. We see now that he is the bad guy. We're going to help,
Yeah.
which is handy. And the Avengers travel together to Sokovia to stop Ultron and save people in the city.
Yeah.
Again, like the first Avengers movie, we see a lot of the heroes saving random people, which I really like.
Yeah, it's a really nice part. Although there is a weird little kind of subplot that I think was supposed to be probably bigger, where some Sokovian woman with a huge rack keeps getting, like, losing her son along the way and keeps needing to be rescued or something.
Yeah, I think so. There's like deleted scenes from earlier in the movie where Ultron is kind of like rallying Sokovians against the Avengers and stuff.
Okay.
And I think that woman with the huge rack and her dumb kid
Yes.
are like in the crowd and they're chanting and cheering for Ultron and stuff.
Okay.
And the Maximovs are also in the crowd for that stuff. So there is kind of this kind of abandoned subplot where
Yeah.
Ultron has rallied the people of Sokovia and then they kind of figure that actually he's not a great guy.
Okay, perfect. Because I'm always like, why is this, like, hold your mother's hand.
Yeah.
The world is ending.
You dumb
Can you
shit.
just fucking hold on? And she's there, like, on the lifeboat going, oh shit, anybody seen my son? It's like, well, did you not consider clutching him for dear life?
Yeah, you fucking
You
clown.
Dumbass. Anyway,
So yeah,
not her fault. Victim blaming. What are you gonna do? So yeah, that there is the weird little subplot. This little subplot that's also happening there where they keep needing to be rescued.
yeah. So big fights. Ultron has made himself loads of sub-Ultrons, loads of like bots.
Subaltrons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they fight the Avengers. They
Yep.
try to kill all of these people. And towards the end, the switch is flipped for the big piece of Sokovia to plummet back towards the planet.
Yeah.
At which point, the Avengers have to get everyone off.
Yes.
Nick Fury shows up with a helicarrier to get everyone on.
Yep.
And Rhodey as backup.
Yay.
And we love when Rhodey shows up.
Yeah.
Again, there's a lot of like bits in there of Rhodey just being a bit lame, which is really fun.
Is this where we get War Machine coming at you?
Yeah.
I love it so much. I adore him.
Yeah.
I just adore him.
Yeah, he's flying around and he shoots a bunch of sub-Ultrons and he's like, yeah, War Machine coming at you.
Yeah.
And then he sees the Vision fly across and put his, like, phase his hands through someone. And he just goes, all right, what?
Yeah.
Absolutely great. Like, Don Cheadle is just so good.
Yeah.
So they get all the people off, but not before poor old Quicksilver has to save Hawkeye and that dumb little kid
Yep.
by flinging them behind a car while they
Yeah.
get shot at.
Yeah.
And in doing so, he gets riddled full of holes.
Riddled.
People have, like, I've seen, again, some people moan about this. Like, how did he get shot? He's super fast. Like, yeah, he was busy.
Yeah, he had to pause
Yeah.
to put the car there.
But I think that's a great scene. And Quicksilver and Hawkeye had been, like, really acrimonious
Yes.
towards each other throughout the whole movie. So it was nice to see that, like, he saves them and stuff.
And it also gives Wanda her big grief moment that, like, really turns her into a little bit of a terrifying person for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Totally
Because-
warranted.
Totally.
Yeah.
But we'll see as the MCU goes on that she is so powerful.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the start of it. You're right, of her, like, unleashing a bit.
Yeah, because she literally, like, screams, drop to her knees, and just unleashes, and everything around her is fucking vaporized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cool.
Amazing.
So the the rock starts falling. Iron Man and Thor do some superhero-y stuff to explode it.
Yeah.
And everyone gets away.
Yeah. Except all the people who died during this. But yeah.
Yes, except all the people who
Yeah.
died during
Except
the battle.
Everyone who perished. Everyone else gets away okay.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Pretty good. So even trying to do a quick and dirty rundown of that, it's still so sprawling.
Yeah,
Like, wildly so.
yeah. The end of the movie then, I'll finish it out, finishes with Thor saying, all right, well, the Mind Stone is the fourth of the Infinity Stones that's popped up in recent years. I gotta go check that out.
Yeah.
And he leaves the planet. Tony decides that, like, he's kind of gonna retire. Now, it's not gonna stick, but his idea is, you know what, Steve, you run the Avengers and I'm gonna retire. And then Steve and Natasha stick around to create a new Avengers team, which includes Falcon, War Machine, Wanda. Is that it?
We're forgetting someone.
We are forgetting someone. Vision.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And sorry, one last thing that I forgot to mentioned there was Hulk jumps onto a Quinjet and flies off, and we don't see him again in this movie. He like disappears.
Yeah, he does a runner.
Yeah,
Very
which is
sad.
pretty sad for Natasha.
Oh, I was devastated.
Yeah,
Devo.
and
Because he just blanks her. She's like, okay, time to come back now. And then he just turns off the radio and keeps flying.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh no.
Devo.
This is terrible. He's ghosting her.
So the movie ends, and then we've got a mid-credits scene where Thanos shows up, again played by Josh Brolin. He puts his hand in a glove that we will know as the Infinity Gauntlet, and he says, fine, I'll do it myself. And that's the movie.
Boo.
Boo.
Boo. Yep.
All right, some interesting bits
Lovely.
about Avengers Age of Ultron. So, this movie, like the first one, was directed by Joss Whedon, written by Joss Whedon. He brought on Danny Elfman to do the score, replacing Alan Silvestri.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I don't love the score for this movie. I think it was not a great idea.
I don't know the score for this movie, which tells me that it didn't really speak to me.
Yeah, it kind of just doesn't do an awful lot. The kind of nice bits about the score are riffs on the Alan Silvestri theme.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't love it. Joss Whedon famously on the press tour for this movie was very outspoken about how hard a time he had making the movie. He clashed with the executives at Marvel over creative stuff. He had a whole subplot about Thor getting these visions in a vision pool and was told to cut it down drastically. When he didn't want to, they said to him, like, it's either that or you lose the Barton Farm stuff entirely. So they had a lot of arguments, I guess, about the movie, but he was very outspoken about it and never worked for Marvel again. And I think they did not like that he was basically shitting on the studio before the movie even came out, or like in the weeks leading up to it.
Kind of fair.
Very fair.
Don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Yeah.
You know?
He was clearly, if you see any of the interviews, he was clearly exhausted by the pace of the whole thing.
Yeah.
So probably not in his right state of mind to be like doing this press tour. But yeah, like totally fucked himself over. Never worked with Marvel again. In fact, I think there was a bit of a rule of like, he's not coming back.
Okay. Ouch.
And this was kind of the beginning of the end of his career.
Right.
So we'll get to that like down the line in other movies. But basically this kind of started the ball rolling for the end of
beginning of the
Joss
end.
Whedon.
Yikes.
Yeah, so absolute eeks.
Yeah. I mean, I'm totally in favor of like, if something is wrong, if something is like, it was an unsafe working environment, you know, they made really bad decisions, they weren't protecting their actors, they weren't protecting their, you know, crew, whatever about that, 100% speak out. Same if it's like political or like there's, you know, bullying, harassment, anything like that on set. Super important to speak out about it. But if you're just like, I had to fight loads with the thing and I had to fight loads with the studio and I didn't get what I wanted. At the same time, I do hate when the execs kind of sweep in and start making decisions. Yeah. Especially when it's the second go around and the first one has been successful. The same with Iron Man 2. Yeah. And the way Happy Hogan, what's his name again?
Jon Favreau.
Thank you. Yeah. The way Jon Favreau really struggled with Iron Man 2 because again, the execs came in and were like, okay, first one went really well, so we're just going to kind of annoy you now. Yeah. So it won't be as good.
And it doesn't make sense. Like, he's not going into their budget meetings and talking about like the budgets for Disney. So like, he's the director.
Let the artists do what they need to do. Yeah. You know? But yeah, like, then at the same time, just keep your breath to cool your porridge.
Exactly.
You know?
Whatever that,
It's what Dad says.
But yeah, like, he could have expressed all this stuff 2 years later. Yeah. You know, just keep your mouth shut.
Sit in it for now. Talk to your counselor about it. Scream into a pillow.
Don't ruin your whole career.
Wait till you get your earnings. Yeah. And then go hog wild. Yeah. Yeah.
One thing I do really like about the making of this movie is that Joss Whedon said that because the actors were all now so famous from Avengers, they were all always really busy. Yeah. So he didn't have every day of shooting. He didn't have all of the Avengers to film with. So you had to kind of work with what he had. So on some days, he just had Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen. And so he would just write scenes for them. Yeah. And they are some of the best scenes, like character to character in the movie. But also, because of that, they set up a really good relationship between those two characters that then continues throughout the rest of the MCU. Yeah. Absolutely deadly.
Again, I have that down as one of my favorite parts of the film, that relationship getting established.
Another interesting thing, I'm going to stop with the interesting facts in a moment, but something worth noting, when Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch were announced for this film, Quicksilver was also announced at the same time to be in an X-Men movie. And he was going to be played by Evan Peters. So there was this like weird rights issue where in the comics, the Maximoffs are mutants, but they're also Avengers.
Yes.
So the rights for them were kind of with Fox because they were mutants and Fox had the X-Men, but they were kind of with Marvel because they were Avengers and Marvel had the Avengers. So they could kind of be used in both. So then there was this whole like, well, who's going to be the better Quicksilver and so on. And then I think Days of Future Past, the X-Men movie, came out first, and Evan Peters did a great job. And his Quicksilver was a real highlight of that movie.
Yeah.
So then there was a lot of like, oh no, is this going to be terrible? Now they did a totally different thing.
Yeah.
With
very
the two
different
movies,
take. Yeah.
But that is probably, I would say, why Quicksilver doesn't make it out of this movie. So
so harsh.
Yeah.
Yikes. And like Evan Peters is an actor that freaks the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Like when he's good, he's amazing. But most characters he plays, I'm like, I would cross the road to get away from you. You're
a lot of freaks.
Such a weirdo. He's terrifying.
Yeah. My last bit of trivia for you. Lindsay Lohan auditioned for Wanda Maximoff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I don't think that would have worked.
What would that have looked like?
Yeah.
That's okay. That's a thinker. I'm going to have to think on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me your thoughts on the movie.
I really enjoy this one.
Yeah.
Like I know I said earlier on, it's really sprawling and there's many bits of it where I'm like, I don't know what's happening here. I don't understand why this is occurring, but we're in it.
Yeah.
So, cool. But it's a lot of fun. James Spader is great as Ultron.
Really
He's
good.
excellent.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about him, but he's so good.
Yeah.
And his voice is so perfect.
Yeah, he's excellent.
What did you think of Ultron as a character?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You?
Yeah, like, I think Spader does a really good job. It's interesting because they make the character basically a moody teenager, but who is super powerful.
Yeah.
Like, he's just a whiny little prick, basically, for the whole
Yeah.
movie. But that's kind of like part of it. But yeah, it's a weird one.
Yeah, again, I've never really thought about it. I'm kind of like, yeah, he's the villain. Cool. Yeah. And then I just sort of put him in the villain box and move on. And I think probably because he's not a human, I'm kind of like, well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And I don't think about it. I'm very vacant sometimes. I don't bring a lot to the table.
No. You're enjoying the movie.
Yeah, I really, That's but
great.
no, I really enjoy it. There's a lot of great stunt work. Like there's a lot of really visually impressive stunt work. A lot of it's cap.
Yeah.
So like I said, the bit where he tears apart the big plank of wood.
Yeah.
There's a bit in Sokovia where he is hanging off some rebar coming out of a road, like out of a bridge that's been chopped in half.
Yeah.
And he essentially does like one arm muscle ups to get back up on level ground.
Yeah.
And it's just really cool looking. And then there's obviously his stunt double. And it's in the extras on the Blu-ray and it's in the extras on Disney Plus as well. But it's in the making of, and there's a really nice flip.
Yeah.
He does. It's a big slow-mo moment when they're protecting the button that's going to make Sokovia plunge back down to Earth. I'm doing so many hand gestures here as if anyone can see it except you. But anyway, they do this slow-mo moment where everyone's like jumping and shooting and Thor's like swinging his hammer. But Cap does this really cool flip that doesn't touch anybody.
He does.
Does he?
Yeah, he squashes a subaltern.
Oh, cool. Because I'm like, he's just jumping here,
Yeah.
which again, I can relate to.
Yeah.
Like, just do a little kick.
Yeah.
It'll look like you're helping. But it's a really nice little gymnastics move,
Yeah,
I guess.
it's
but it
absolutely
looks,
deadly.
it's really visually impressive, which I really enjoy. I'm going to talk about my favourite parts for a moment. So that's a top tier piece. Just the stunts are lovely looking. Anything with Rhodey, anything with Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah.
I just think they're both perfect. And then, like you mentioned, the relationship between Hawkeye and Wanda and how that's just established as really nice and sort of they're forced together. And that piece where Hawkeye and Wanda are stuck in a room and he's like, look, the city is flying.
Yeah.
We've got to get up
Yeah.
or stay here, but you got to do something.
Yeah.
So
It's great.
good chat. I'm back out there. And it's a really nice little look. This is happening.
Yeah.
No matter what you do. So make a fucking choice.
Yeah.
And that, again, the way that progresses throughout the rest of the MCU is just lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a natural beginning for an amazing relationship that
Yeah.
just keeps going. This guy kind of like big brother, little sister kind of relationship.
Yeah.
It's great.
So what are your top parts?
So mine, I have some of the same. The first one I've written down is Cap's stunt double flip.
Nice.
It's absolutely deadly.
Yeah.
And it is great to see on the extras the stunt double practicing it. And some of the actors like Jeremy Renner and Scarlett Johansson, I think, are in the background just looking at him while he's doing it. And he's just casual as fuck. He's like, oh, I guess I better practice my flip. And he does this thing and they're just like looking on like, this is insane. But it looks great in the movie. That whole scene is great. That scene that you were just talking about with Wanda and Hawkeye, where they're stuck in the room, is one of my favorite moments in probably the MCU, where he says, if you want to stay here, don't worry about it. I'll send your brother to come get you. That's fine. But if you walk out that door, you are an Avenger. I'm like, yes, that is the superhero shit. Hook it to my veins. And then another bit that I really love is right at the end, after they're back in the Avengers compound, there's this funny little moment where Captain America, Iron Man, and Thor are walking down a hallway, and they're just joking about how Vision can lift the hammer. And they're like, it doesn't really count. Like he's a machine. If you put the hammer in an elevator,
I really
still
like
go
that
up.
bit. Yeah.
Lots of fun. My least favorite bits then, I don't love the stuff with Thor's vision. I'm glad that stuff got cut down as much as it did.
What I wrote down was Thor's whole spirit quest thing.
Yeah.
Bit weird and surplus to requirements.
Yeah.
So.
And that was stuff that was just like, he's got to have these visions because he's got to learn about the Infinity Stones because we need to send him off at the end to maybe look for the Infinity Stones, I guess.
But also surely there's like a book in the library at Asgard that talks about the Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
You know, there's got to be records somewhere.
Yeah.
So, the whole thing where he's like, I got to go on a side quest and I've got to bring Eric Selvig with me for some reason and I need to swim in this pool.
Yeah, I got to take my shirt off.
Yeah. So I'm just going to go for a little swim in this pool and have some weird visions and, well.
And look, I'm sure there weren't many people complaining about Hemsworth with his shirt off
again
in a pool.
Look, it's nice to have these moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for the story, didn't do a lot for me.
No.
I also don't love the design of Ultron. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
But there's this scene where Ultron has built himself a bigger body and he destroys the smaller one with the bigger one to make this grand entrance. But it doesn't really look that much bigger. The effect, whatever way it was, I don't know, presented, it just doesn't look that much bigger, and the design is exactly the same. So it's just kind of like, what?
I see.
So I don't love that. There's also, this is petty, but there's one scene where Bruce Banner sees the name Wakanda on a screen and he doesn't recognize the country. He's like, Wakanda? Wakanda. I'm like, you got 7 PhDs. You know what Wakanda is, or you should.
Oh, I like that moment.
Yeah, well, see, it's a funny little moment, but in my head, I'm just like, surely he should know what Wakanda is.
Yeah, but I like that he goes, ooh, Wakanda. Oh, Wakanda.
Yeah.
I like it. I think it's a very natural thing.
Yeah.
Because even though he's 7 PhDs, they're all in like physics or whatever.
That's very true.
Not geography.
That's very true.
So, yeah.
And Ruffalo is great, and he delivers everything brilliantly. So his delivery is still great. Overall, what's your rating?
I'd probably go an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. You?
I don't want to copy you, which is why I wrote down my rating.
Stop letting me go first.
Yeah. But I did write down my rating and I gave it an 8.
Yeah. IMDb gives it a 7.3.
Yeah. I think that's kind of,
Yeah.
fair enough.
I mean, I think, like I said, it's a very enjoyable film, but if you think about it too much, it starts getting a bit...
Yeah.
It starts creaking at the seams a tiny bit for me.
Yeah.
There's just a little, again, it's so broad, it's so sprawling. I don't know how long it is. It's got to be over the 2 hour mark.
2:20.
Yeah, so it's long enough that it didn't need to be any longer.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But it's a lot of fun, and like the characters are excellent.
Yeah. It is kind of, I've seen it pointed out that it's kind of the only like proper, if you want to call it, Avengers movie where, they're a team at the start, they're a team at the end.
Yeah.
The first movie is about them forming. Subsequent movies, they are kind of in various stages of flux, but this one is just like the Avengers go on Avengers missions, which is fun.
Nice. We like that.
Yeah. And as you said, very sprawling, but a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Tell me about Aaron Taylor-Johnson.
So Aaron Taylor-Johnson is a year younger than me.
Okay.
He's born in 1990.
Okay.
And he, at the age of 18, met his now wife when she was 41.
Oh, wow.
So Aaron Taylor-Johnson has been absolutely groomed.
Yeah.
And it's just really icky.
Yeah.
So, because obviously if it was vice versa, it would be a huge, problem. And everyone would be like, oh my God, this disgusting 41-year-old man is going out with an 18-year-old right after his divorce. His kids are 7 years younger than the new boyfriend. So it's all just really, I don't know. Because I've always liked him as an actor.
Yeah.
Like when he started out as Aaron Johnson.
Okay.
And then
Oh, is that his married name?
Aaron Taylor Johnson. Yes,
They
split the name. His wife was born Samantha Taylor Wood.
Okay.
And now she's Samantha Taylor Johnson. And he's Aaron Taylor Johnson. He was just Aaron Johnson.
Okay.
So they did the thing where they merged their surnames. But she was divorced, just very recently divorced, 2 kids, one born in 97 and he's born in 1990.
Yeah.
And she's now going out with him. They get married when he's about 21, 22.
Okay.
And they're still together now. They have their own kids as well. But it means that he's 36 and she's 59.
Okay.
And it's just again, this is just, to me, wildly problematic
as
a relationship.
And you're right. If
it was reversed, it would be a massive problem.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a real sort of shame that I'm sure he's very happy.
Hopefully,
Maybe
yeah.
he doesn't know that this is so gross.
Yeah.
But it's just a real sort of shame that he completely lost his adulthood to this relationship.
Yeah.
Where this woman 100% it couldn't have been anything else except her taking advantage of him.
Yeah. I mean, at 18, I know at some point you have to say someone is an adult and they've got agency and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think fair enough if an 18-year-old wants to have a little fling with someone who's a bit older or whatever.
Yeah.
But when you're getting into they're now 15 years married or something like that, that just it feels a bit icky.
Yeah. It's just, it can't, how consensual can it truly be when there's that much life experience in the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just, I don't know. It's again, I'm sure they're very happy. I'm sure their kids are fabulous. I'm sure everyone's very well looked after and they're wealthy and beautiful and stunning.
Yeah.
But it's just
yeah. It's not the best.
It's not the best. It's not the best.
He is
he's
a good
English
actor
as well.
Yeah, he's English. He's very English.
Yeah.
When you hear him in interviews.
He's from Buckinghamshire or something.
Very British.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've ever seen him play a British role. I think I've only seen him play Yanks.
Yeah, I can't think of one. He was in Bullet Train, and I can't remember what his accent was in that. But I think he was British in that.
Okay.
And Brian Tyree Henry played his brother in that.
Oh.
And he was also British. And he had a dreadful English accent.
I think I've seen that film.
Yeah, we watched it.
Yeah.
And it's great. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
But poor Brian Tyree Henry cannot do an English accent.
No.
He's very good though. I really like him.
Yeah, he's fab. So that's all really. There's no, as far as I know, weird political stuff or anything like that.
That's good.
We're fine.
We're in the clear on that.
As far as I know, anyway. I didn't do a lot of research on it. It was mostly just kind of the relationship piece. It was, again, just, it sits ill with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That is Avengers Age of Ultron.
Yeah. Slightly weird one, but still enjoyable.
Yeah. Last thing about it. The title comes from a comic book, Avengers Age of Ultron.
Uh-huh.
And when it was announced that this would be the title of the sequel, people who read comics were not happy because that comic book fucking sucked.
Oh, no.
So Kevin Feige had to come out and be like, it's just the name though. We're not doing that story.
Oh my God.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
That's so funny.
Yeah, that's really funny.
You comics nerds causing all sorts of hassle.
I know. All right. Age of Ultron done.
Yeah.
A great movie. I had a lot of fun.
So what's up next?
Up next is Ant-Man.
Ah, okay.
Where Paul Rudd joins the fray.
Interesting. Okay. I have some mixed feelings on that one.
You know what? I do too.
Okay.
We'll get into them next week.
Excellent. We'll find something else to bitch about because they have a trash cast member too.
They do.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
All right.
For now,
Riddick's out.
Thanks for listening to this episode.
You can find us on Instagram at Riddicks_on or drop us an email at riddicksonpodcast@gmail.com.
Feel free to leave us a review wherever you're listening and share with a friend.
See you next time.